The following is a non-profit fan-based adaptation. Spider-Man is owned by Marvel, Sony, and licensed by Toei Company. Please support official merchandise. In addition, this adventure is a unique slideshow episode based on a special 7-page collaboration featuring Spider-Man and Masked Rider V3. Please enjoy. Last time on Japanese Spider-Man. Upon investigating the whereabouts of his father, young Takuya Yamashiro was brutally assaulted by the Iron Cross Army. But thanks to the spider bracelet bestowed upon him by the strange man Gaira, Takuya was reborn as Spider-Man. Using his newfound powers, Takuya leaps into battle against the Iron Cross Army. Will Takuya survive? Find out today on Japanese Spider-Man!
Today was like every other day in Japan. Kids playing in the park, moms shopping for groceries, and Spider-Man swinging high in the sky. Our friendly neighborhood webhead was frustrated today. Nothing a swing through the city couldn't fix, or so he hoped. Suddenly, otherworldly coughing distracted the young hero.
Gaira, are you okay?
Landing on top of a building, Takuya crouches down.
Forgive me, child.
Echoed the alien spider using his telepathy.
I didn't mean to distract you, but I fear my time in this world is coming to an end.
Stop.
Takuya's thoughts raged.
Don't talk like that, G-Man. I mean, you're an alien after all. Aliens are supposed to be cool and never die.
Ha ha ha.
Gaira chuckled.
You are correct. I am too cool to pass away. Handsome, too.
Now you've gone too far.
The two share a laugh when suddenly a loud explosion shakes the building they're standing on.
What was that?
Spider-Man's spider senses rage like an alarm clock in his head. The colorful hero looks westward. A building falls over, revealing a gigantic gray and black robot. Its left shoulder resembles a T-Rex's head. Its mouth then opens, and with a boom of red energy, douses the city in flames.
Not good. Really not good.
Takuya snaps open the bracelet on his wrist and yells into it.
Man, and here I thought thinking of a gift for Shinko would be the hardest thing I had to do today. Jeez. Marveler! Marveler, change into Leopardine.
Meanwhile, a familiar yet sexy figure watches from on top of a nearby building.
Everything is going as planned, Professor Monster.
Surrounded by the gray-suited, beak-faced Neaters, Amazoness grins with delight. The femme fatale brushes away her curly black hair as she speaks into a walkie-talkie.
Machine Bandino charge was successful in getting Spider-Man's attention.
Excellent.
The mechanical dictator radios.
Soon the raw, destructive power of the Beast Circuit will be unleashed, and Spider-Man will meet his end.
So, that's what's going on?
Amazoness and the Neaters turn to see a familiar green and red figure.
V3, I was wondering when you would show up. What happened to your voice? Did the poor cyborg catch a cold?
I'm just a little hoarse from yelling out attack names so much. I am a hero after all.
A laser blast skims past the building, causing it to rock violently. The street below the mighty Leopardon breaks apart as it protects itself with its massive yellow shield. Each blast of the machine bim's ray slowly chips away at the protective covering.
This isn't good. The shield won't hold much longer. Gotta do something.
The gigantic shield breaks apart as Leopardon is sent flying back into a nearby structure. Back on the other building, V3 chops, kicks, and punches Neaters away as he stares down the scantily clad Amazoness.
Why don't you take a picture? It will last longer.
Shut up! You guys attacked Megumi again. I still owe you some payback from last time. Consider it double.
Neaters, now!
With a whoosh, the defeated Neaters jump back onto their feet and surround Masked Rider V3. They dig into their belts and pull out a bag. Then with a toss, they douse the rider with sand. The sand blast covers Shiro and clogs his transformation belt, the Double Typhoon. The hero tightens up as he falls to one knee.
Ouch!
Suddenly, a net soaked in sand ensnares him. Then Amazoness approaches.
Figured it out?
You scum! You attacked Megumi just to lure me out?
Bingo! I noticed during your battle with Donkey Killer that you were desperate to get off the sand. I wondered why, and it turns out my hunch was right. We have plans for you. Neaters, bring him along.
With a gleeful G, the gray-colored grunts lift V3 and haul him away.
Phase 1 is complete.
The vile Amazoness grins as she looks towards the giant robots.
Beginning Phase 2. Don't disappoint me, Spider-Man.
And there's my chance. Now, Leopardon, sword, Vicker.
Leopardon rushes toward Dino Charge and drives its weapon into the enemy's mechanical face. The machine bim flails about before attempting to remove the blade. Leopardon's eyes glow as the mighty mech violently swipes the sword upward, slicing Dino Charge's face in half. Turning, Leopardon strikes a pose as the machine bim falls backwards and explodes.
Well, you don't see good old Leo do that often.
Gyra laughs.
That was for destroying the shield.
Takuya slumps into his chair.
Is there any way to repair it?
Gyra sighs.
If I were home, yes. But sadly, Earth lacks the materials to repair or create a new one. I guess from now on, Leopardon needs to stay on the offensive.
Well, that just sucks.
A red flare catches the hero's attention.
Oh, what now?
The winds blow as Leopardon shifts back into Marveler form and flies away. Web slinging towards the roof of the building, Spider-Man notices a crudely written message. Landing and running towards the writing, he then crouches down.
Spider-Man,
We have captured your buddy, V3. If you want to see him again, then meet us at Mount Ewafune. Love, Amazoness.
Well, things just got worse, didn't they?
Yeah, they did, Gyra. But on the bright side, Amazoness said love to me.
I'm so telling Hitomi.
You suck. Anyway, let's go save our friend.
Takuya dashes, then leaps off of the building. Like a soaring bird, the colorful hero swings through the city toward the mountains. The sun begins to set as a man in a gray suit zips through the lush green forest. He then quickly hides behind a tree as a Neater walks by. The man runs his hand through his barely visible mustache as he glares at the grunt.
All right, Iron Cross Army, what are you up to this time?
The man then zooms toward the unsuspecting grunt. As night turns into day, the sun hovers above the rocky landscape as an engine roars in the distance. Zooming into a large open space, Spider-Man parks his vehicle and jumps out. The webhead looks around a bit before sensing a disturbance. He turns his head toward the higher side of the mountain. There stands Professor Monster, Amazoness, and a gaggle of Neaters.
Welcome, Spider-Man. Kudos for being punctual.
Cut the crap, monster. Where is V3?
He's right here.
Professor Monster motions with his arm, whereupon V3 marches forward. The masked rider then leaps off the cliff and lands before the web's swinging hero. Takuya's spider senses explode within his head.
Something is wrong, Takuya.
No kidding.
With a dash, V3 zips towards Spidey and begins assaulting him.
Okay, something is definitely wrong.
Spider-Man struggles to dodge the swift strikes of the legendary hero, while up above the Iron Cross Army watches.
Credit to you, Amazoness. I have full confidence in this plan.
You honor me with your words, Professor Monster.
Cyril, what's wrong, man? Are you brainwashed?
The masked rider drives his fist into Takuya's jaw. V3 falls back as he struggles to remove the spider webbing from his helmet. Takuya wobbles and strikes a pose.
Something tells me you aren't Cyril, but I won't let you get away with punching me in the face.
V3 rips the webbing off and rises to his feet. The two then strike their respective poses, then dash toward each other. Spidey attempts a spinning kick, but the evil rider ducks underneath it, then attempts a chop. Takuya dodges the strike and throws a punch. V3 blocks the hit and returns with a punch of his own. The two trade blows evenly for a while before Takuya snags V3's scarf with his webbing. Spider-Man then backs away.
Takuya, are you okay?
Gyra messages the young hero.
Yeah.
Coughing, Takuya struggles to take a breath.
You don't sound good.
Okay, maybe not. Cyril or not, he's strong.
V3 frees himself by tearing his scarf in half. He then crosses his arms. A red light begins to emit from his body, and with a roar, he torpedoes towards Spider-Man. Rolling like a bowling ball, V3 slams into the tired Spidey and sends him rocketing into a nearby boulder. Dust rises into the air as Takuya lies motionless amongst the rubble.
Now that's what I want to see.
Monster grins as he narrows his eyes.
V3, send him to hell.
Complying, V3 then leaps high into the air. Spider-Man can do nothing but watch.
Takuya, you must run!
I wish I could, Gyra.
The hero groans.
I can barely move.
Twirling within the air, V3 then extends his leg outward as he rockets towards Spider-Man.
The moment I've been waiting for.
Monster screams.
Goodbye forever, Spider-Man.
V3 torpedoes into the side of the mountain as both Monster, Amazoness, and the Neaters watch with slacked jaws. Landing in front of Spider-Man, the real V3 strikes a pose as water drips from his suit. He dashes towards Takuya and helps him to his feet.
I didn't know you had a twin, man.
Spidey chuckles.
Sorry, man, I'm unique.
Fair enough. But why are you soaked?
Sadly, Professor Metalhead over there figured out that sand and me don't mix. So once I got free, I jumped into a lake. I needed a bath anyway.
Impossible.
Monster howls from high up on the mountain.
How did you escape?
Shiro points at Professor Monster.
Our friendly neighborhood webhead is such a great guy that even Interpol helps him out.
V3 then turns toward Takuya.
Which reminds me, Juzo says you owe him a hot pot meal.
Spider-Man lets out a laugh as Monster puts the pieces of the puzzle together. Enraged, he motions with his arms.
Now reveal your secret form, Machine Ben V3!
The fake rider again crosses his arms as his body glows. A flash of blue light engulfs him, and when it fades, the fake V3's green suit is now blue, and his white chest now a ghoulish beige. The gaggle of Neaters leap through the air and land beside the machine BIM. Meanwhile, the real V3 carries Takuya forward.
I hate to ask, but got enough energy in you for the final round?
No, but that's never stopped me before.
Spider-Man cracks his neck, then his knuckles as he wobbles into a stance.
That fake me is equipped with the V circuit. That is why he is so powerful. We gotta hit him with everything we got. You ready, man?
Hard to say. If I die here, then I don't owe Juzo any hot pot.
Spider-Man laughs as he holds his clenched fist toward the rider.
Let's do this, V3.
Shiro bumps his fist into Spidey's as the two strike their respective poses. With a battle cry, the Neaters and the fake V3 rush toward the two heroes. Shiro punches a Neater in the face while Spider-Man kicks another. The machine BIM attempts to karate chop the masked rider, but is stopped by Takuya's webbing. Shiro then grabs the faker and throws him into an unsuspecting Neater.
Spider Machine GP7, come to me!
Revving up the red and white car zooms toward Takuya. Takuya readies the car's weaponry.
Take this!
The few remaining Neaters and the fake V3 are bombarded by bullets. The two heroes watch the flames swirl and twirl for a while when suddenly the fake V3 wobbles to its feet.
Man, you two should have never built that V-circuit.
Oh, trust me, I'm regretting it now. Let's try a rider kick.
Yes!
The two once again strike their poses, and then leap high into the air. Realizing what the two are doing, the fake rider also leaps into the air, then the three extend their legs outward.
V3, Spider Kick!
The two heroes torpedo toward the rocketing faker. Their energy-powered kicks clash as the heroic duo tries to overpower the vile villain.
No way I'm losing to a faker like you.
You'll pay for punching me in the face so much!
Go, my V3! Defeat those do-gooders! Do it! You won't defeat us!
A huge explosion ensues, sending shockwaves flying everywhere. Flames rain upon the rocky ground as a sizzling masked rider V3 and Spider-Man lie kneeling side by side. In a hole across from them lies the machine BIM. The two heroes wobble toward the gap and peer in. Within the hole, the fake rider lies armless and with half of its helmet destroyed, but its twitching hand terrifies the two.
Okay, enough of this. Leopardon, come to me!
The giant yellow and black robot flies toward the mountain as the dubious rider climbs its way out of the ditch. Professor Monster and Amazoness watch helplessly as Leopardon lands and towers over everyone. Spidey howls into his bracelet.
Leopardon, smash that imposter!
Obeying, the giant mech lifts its boot up. The fake rider looks up at the gigantic black foot hovering above him. The mighty titan grinds its iron shoe into the ground and then lifts it. Nothing but faint metal fragments remain. Exploding in rage, Professor Monster retreats with Amazoness close behind. Spider-Man and V3 fall onto their backs and let out a sigh of relief.
Why didn't you do that from the get-go?
I thought the faker was you!
Takuya coughs.
Why would I have my giant robot crush you?
Fair enough. I guess I should head back to Megumi and tell her the V-circuit is destroyed.
She won't be too mad, will she?
Spider-Man looks over at the masked rider and sees that he has reverted back into his human guise.
Does she know that you're V3?
Yeah, she does.
Shiro looks over at Spider-Man, who unzips his outfit and pulls down his mask.
Oh, wow, you showed your face. I had a hunch you were him, but I wasn't sure. I'm sorry about your friend.
Oh, you mean Yosuke? Thanks, man. The Iron Cross Army took more than just him. They killed my father as well.
Takuya sits up. Shiro closes his eyes as a pain hits his heart.
I understand, man. Destrin killed my family. I had to channel all of that rage into justice. It wasn't easy, but I believe in you, man.
Thanks, Shiro.
Takuya looks up at Leopardon.
Well, it's time to go home then.
The bushy-haired youth sticks his fist out.
Thanks for saving my butt again, man.
Forget Juzo. You owe me a hot pot.
Sitting up, Shiro smiles at his friend. He then slams his fist into Takuya's as the two share a heartfelt laugh.
What do you mean the V-circuit is destroyed?
The sun above wanes as the cool winds blow towards a cafe, where an angry Megumi rises from her chair and points at Shiro.
Do you have any idea how much work went into that? After you untied me from the chair and left, that Interpol guy showed up. He wanted info on the V-circuit. I think he wanted to buy it. We lost out on a big payday.
Wait, hold on. See, what had happened was...
While Shiro tries in vain to explain what happened, high amongst the buildings, Spider-Man swings using his webbing. Gyra's coughing once again concerns Takuya.
Are you okay, G-Man? You should really quit smoking.
Shut up.
The alien laughs.
Although I'm not afraid of dying anymore. I know now Shiro will bail you out of any trouble.
You're an idiot.
The two laugh as Spidey lands on top of a little building.
You're staying with me, Gyra. Besides, I need birthday ideas for Shinko.
You truly are hopeless, Takuya.
I wonder where Sis put that bug spray at.
Okay. I'll help you. Just not the bug spray.
And so our heroes saved the day. But these moments of joy are fleeting, because within the Iron Cross Army's base, Professor Monster stomps back and forth as Amazonas and the Needers watch silently.
This is madness. Once again we have been defeated by the insufferable arachnid. I will have my revenge on you, Spider-Man. Both you and your friend will die by my hands. Amazonas, Needers, ready yourselves because we put our next plan into action now.
I don't think I'll ever get that hot pot meal.